Hello everyone, my name's Hannah and welcome back to Crafts. Today we are talking about following God's directions. The Israelites in our story looked at the map and to them it looked like God was leading them into a dead end. They saw the ocean in front of them and the Egyptian army behind them and they were confused. But God gives good directions. We can trust Him. A lot of things about Jesus' story were strange. He was born a little baby in a barn. He went out to a man in the wilderness to try and get baptized. He willingly walked to his death on the cross, making it seem like he was losing or giving up. Then, on Easter morning, he rose again from the dead. It was so surprising! But God's plan is good. Even though it doesn't seem like the best for us, we still follow it. Today, we're going to make a treasure map to remind us of how important it is to follow God's directions. For this craft, you're going to need a tea bag, warm water, a marker or a Sharpie. If you're going to use a Sharpie, make sure to ask your parents first. The papers that you find in your craft kit, and a pan. Make sure to ask your parents before taking one. First, you're going to draw arrows on your map, going from start to finish. Or you can draw your own map. After you draw your arrows or draw your own map, you're going to carefully tear it by putting one hand here and carefully ripping it. Once you've ripped your map, you're going to crumple it up into a ball. Crumple it up as many times as you want. You want to make sure it looks nice and old. When you think it's ready, uncrumple it and set it on your tray. Now, you're going to take your tea bag and put it into your warm water. Let it sit there for a couple minutes. Once your tea bag has soaked, you're going to take it out and you're going to paint the tea onto your map. Let the tea sit on the paper for about 5 minutes. Once you think that your treasure map is painted enough with tea, you're going to take paper towels and soak up the tea with them. Now, we're going to wait to let it air dry. If you want and it's a nice day, you can set it out in the sun. That will make it dry faster. Once your map is done drying, it should look something like this. Following God's map isn't that easy. We made these maps look old, and sometimes we are tempted to think God's directions are old, and that maybe they aren't that important for us to follow. Can you think of some of God's directions that are very old, but that are still good to follow? Let's remember that God knows what He was doing. He knew what He was doing when He sent His Son to save us, and His directions are for our good. We can show Him we love Him by obeying Him. How would you feel if someone gave you a treasure map? How would you treat it? Would you look at it often? Well, God's Word is really important to us, just like a treasure map would be. Because inside we hear the message about His love and forgiveness, and about the treasure of heaven that He gives to us. Isn't that an exciting treasure?